Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher. No difference. No difference. You're all welcome. Thank you very much. Now, for the first timers especially, but maybe also for the cross watchers, let me do a quick review of what makes this tarot read different from all others, too. And we'll get to it, huh? First of all, it's archetypal. I read the images on the card. I read 8 to 10 cards only. That's it. They're from 4 different decks, so there's a very good mix, but only 8 to 10 cards because this is the Tao. This is very simple, very basic. It gets to the heart of the matter, gets to the essence of the matter. And that's because I read energies. I focus on key energies. And in fact, one specific energy every day so that you have the energy to focus on that will be the most effective in helping you navigate your life. Okay, because this reading is all about you, empowering you, giving you more control over your life. Another thing that separates this tarot reading from others is something called the hyper shuffle. I will get to that in a moment, and I try to do the reading in about 10 minutes time, sometimes 11, sometimes 12, but 10 minutes seems to be ideal because you have a busy life, you have things to do, and you just don't have that much time every day. And I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. So a 10-minute read, give or take, every day is useful to you. Remember, this reading is all about you. It's about empowering you. It's about giving you this key frequency energy that will be the most effective in helping you navigate your life. I mentioned just a moment ago something called the hyper shuffle. It begins here. Let's do it. And there you go. There is the hyper shuffle for today. Let us get to the Tao Daily Tarot reading. I said that I focus on an energy, a key energy, and this is the frequency that will manifest. Message in a bottle. You go, huh? Message in a bottle? Well, you got to take this in a wider, broader sense. What it means is some information coming in, okay? And it may come in like a message in a bottle out of nowhere, but it will be extremely important, extremely helpful to you. So, look for that message in a bottle, alrighty? And that is some information coming in some unexpected way between now and the full moon, which is a little under a week away. Let's begin now with the energies of coming and going. 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, many people say, well, gee, that means a lot of money in the bank, or that means success with a job, or that means something having to do with some sort of monetary connection. That may be the case. But remember, at their core, Pentacles are things that you value, not necessarily anybody else. You value. And what this tells me is that as opposed to having everything in the bag taken care of, you now have assembled what is valuable to you. Okay? Maybe one thing, 2 things, 3 things, 10 things. Doesn't make any difference. But you have assembled them, they are organized, and you have them in order. At least in your mind, anyway. But speaking of your mind, it is going through a tough time. There is something that you're very concerned about, very worried about. It may keep you up at night, or, like many of us, there's that time between 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning where the ghosties come out. Geez, I coulda, shoulda, that sort of a thing. And there's some of that going on in your life. Now, that may be important in terms of organizing your values as you are agonizing. But, agonizing does not bring out the best in anyone in any reason. And so I'm thinking this is just a lot of stinking thinking that's built up maybe over a lifetime. But certainly in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of stuff that you've had to filter through, and it's been tough, and it's taken its toll. You want to go back to the days of old. You want to go back to the way it was. It'll never be the exact same, but you want to have those same feelings if you can. You want to touch the best of the past if you can. And so the Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. How do I get my life back? How do I make it mean more? I want it to. Well, don't worry. You're on the road. Back here, we were talking about this mental anguish. Well, the Ten of Swords says the anguish is coming to an end. Not that your problems are going to go away and everything's going to clear up. No, but you see that little horizon there. The future is brighter, can be brighter. But you have to just let go of those swords, those thoughts, those ideas, that negativity. And you're in the process of doing it right now. Maybe because you feel you have no choice. But remember, we're talking about a message in a bottle. Some information coming to you out of the blue that will make a difference. And in fact, magnifier card number 1 talks about Ace of Pentacles. You are in the process, not necessarily up front and obviously, but you're in the process of putting, again, as I mentioned earlier, your stuff together. What's important, what isn't. You can feel the clock ticking. You can feel the time going. We get to that full moon coming up in less than a week. You're going to have a very clear idea of what's important and why. And the reason why I say the full moon, right there. So within the next week or so, you are going to have that meeting with yourself where you get your values. And with that, you get your enthusiasm for your life back, which is really what you're looking for. I want it positive. I want it optimistic. I want it joyful. It hasn't been enough. First step, getting your values locked in. Second step comes the joy. And the vice versa cards, kind of in vice versa, huh? Right now you're working on the strength to move forward. You know you have to move forward. There's no question about it. At the full moon, we're going to have Jupiter going forward, Mercury going forward, and then the full moon in Aries. This is big stuff. This is big stuff. And right now you are working inside. It's not an outside job. Nobody probably knows what's going on, but you're working on the courage to continue on, to move forward. And again, the idea of the message in a bottle, well, this is confirmed by the Ace of Swords. There is some revelation, some piece of information, something coming in that will change it all, that will help to give you the courage, the sight, the vision, the faith. Again, Fool in reverse, one of my favorite cards, whether it's in reverse or forward. But the Fool is an act of faith, the ultimate act of faith. I am going forward. And that's what you will come to within the next week or so. By the time we get to the full moon, maybe a few days after. But you're at that point somewhere in your life. You said, enough. I have seen, received the message in a bottle. I am moving forward in faith to a better life. Great read. Please like, subscribe, and share if you feel up to it. And of course, always, the proverbial thumbs up. I'm getting better, kind of, sort of. It's clumsy because everything's in reverse. But in any event, you get the general idea. So, I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. I will have a brand new tarot read for you tomorrow. I hope that you are with me. If not, between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, blessings.